So welcome to episode 15 of the LIT show. The LIT show is a program organized by Dr. Raut's Center for Reproductive Immunology. Dr. Raut's Center for Reproductive Immunology is a highly specialized center in Santa Cruz, Mumbai, India, where we treat patients of unexplained repeated miscarriages, repeated IVF failures, or unexplained infertility with the help of reproductive immunology, specifically with the help of lymphocyte immunization therapy and other immunomodulatory treatments. The purpose of this LIT show is to interview eminent experts in the field of gynecology, IVF, whose patients have been benefited from the treatment of lymphocyte immunization therapy, and also patients who have benefited from the treatment of lymphocyte immunization therapy or LIT at our center. So today we are going to have a very, very eminent guest, Preeti and Sanjev Gill. Welcome, Preeti and Sanjeev.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us privilege to share our experience with everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. And Preeti and Sanjeev Gill are one of the parents who have benefited from the treatment of lymphocyte immunization therapy at our center. So, at the beginning, I would like to ask you all that where do you stay and what do you both do?
Sure, Doctor. So we stay in India, Mumbai, Kandivali. Yeah.
And my name is Sanjev Gill, and I work as a post-creative post-head in media entertainment industry.
And I work in one of the very premium mutual fund company, and I am into a technology department where I work for software development as a business analyst.
So I think you have very busy careers, and it becomes maybe challenging many times to have challenges in the family way when you go for family way. So can you tell us more about your challenges with that you faced when you decided to go the family way? About a kid.
Sure, Doctor. So when we started our planning, I think it was just 3 years back, and we thought that the planning has to happen. Just we have to plan and things will happen. But that was not the case. When you start planning and when you start seeing that, okay, the success is not there, then you start moving towards the doctor, asking for help. And when you go to the doctor, they will have the level of treatments, like they will start looking at whether your ovaries are doing fine, your internal organs are properly doing well or not. So accordingly, the treatment would be given. And if those treatments are done, and then we'll be waiting. So like that, you will end up, wasting your almost a year. Now, after that, so we wasted that much of time. Okay. And then when we realized that things were not happening, the doctor suggested to go for IVF. But then also one of the doctors told us that IVF and LIT is also available. So why not take a look at that?
Since IVF is more expensive, doctor suggested us to try LIT, and it's a new therapy. You should try this thing and see.
I think before going towards that, can you tell me what did you feel? So when you were taking treatment, things were not happening. What are the thoughts that came to your mind?
It was a roller coaster in the mind that every time we were seeing failures.
There were multiple failures.
It was very challenging emotionally. So it was like, okay, things will not happen. That's the kind of thought we had. And of course, when after a long time you keep on trying, nothing happens. So it feels sad.
And we were going in loop, actually. All the medication and all the treatment were same only, every time. When there was first failure, again the same treatment we were taking second time, and again it third time. So we were very, actually more stressed out emotionally that we were unable to understand what we should do. Because same process we were going again and again for 3.5 years.
So you were undergoing treatment, and I think you were successful also in conceiving, but still there were challenges. So I think that must be more traumatic.
Yeah, that must be, I think, more mentally traumatic than after even conceiving, then it is not going as per the planned way.
Yes, we were able to conceive, and after a month or two, again we see the failure in this thing.
Correct. So now, so we were under impression that okay, once the conception happens, it's like it's a project. It will happen within 9 months of a time. But that was not the case, because once the conception happens, then once the conception happens, then each and every week is important, and you have to really hold that week. You have to really nurture it. You have to mentally, you have to be fine, look after the baby, and balance it out till the 9 months of time. So when last time, when we had multiple losses, I wasn't aware of it much. I was taking it, okay, it happens, let it be as it is, and not focus much, because it will happen its own. But no, and the problem was that I was not taking much of the treatment at that time.
No. What she want to say is that when she conceived, and after a month or two, again we get the failure, and this was a repeat process. 2 to 3 times, and we were unable to understand. Even doctors were unable to understand why this is happening. So we used to do same undergo process, all the treatments same again. Just they used to give medicine, but the process was same, and we used
and outcome was not different.
Outcome was, yeah.
Yes.
So anytime this feeling was there that, oh, now nothing is going to happen, let's forget about it, or something like that also came to your mind?
There was a saturation point that we thought, okay, nothing will happen, let's leave it and just close this. Now
yeah, we go with IVF, and if that also doesn't work, then we will go for surrogacy.
But I think in your case, you are conceiving, so IVF might not have added any additional benefit to it. But
so how did you move towards LIT when you all had the options of IVF, surrogacy? Why did you think of doing LIT first?
So one of our doctors, they suggested us to go to look for either you go for IVF or LIT. So we were, being professionals. Okay, so we understood. Okay, let's investigate. So when we started looking at it for LIT, there was not much information available on Google. So the doctor said that let's go and meet to the Dr. Raut's clinic, and let's understand from her what it is.
And also one thing, that for IVF the treatment cost is too much, way high, and to spend that much amount for us also was too expensive. So doctor suggested us, so you can try for LIT also. So we thought, let us give a try for this thing, because anyway we were having a loss. So we thought, let us give a try one more time. It won't make any change or difference to us. And after that, we can go for IVF or later on surrogacy if things doesn't work out for us. Because for 3 years, we were in very much mental trauma and no success rate at all. So we were totally stressed out. And literally, we were having no hope on this thing, and thought, let's try this thing. And then after that, we'll move to IVF.
Yeah. One point I would like to add, when I met Dr. Mugdha, so see, we told her that, see, we don't have any hope from you. Okay, we don't have any hope from you. But what we have decided, if this LIT is not working, then definitely we will be going for surrogacy, or maybe we will be looking out some other options. Okay. Then she was saying that, she said that, Preeti, if you really want to save your money, so why not you just try LIT first? And looking at the report, she was saying that I have a strong feeling that looking at the report itself, it says that this is the only cause of your failures.
And we have taken second opinion also on this thing, and other doctors have also suggested us for IVF, because or most of the doctors don't have knowledge of LIT. And plus, since we were roaming, or might be say we were in wrong direction, I would say, for 3 years. So we didn't have knowledge on this also. So we thought, okay, let's see. But Dr. Mugdha was the only one doctor, I would say,
Yes.
who has shown positive sign in us. And I would say she is the one who said, no, you would be able to conceive and everything will be all right.
But after the first meeting with Dr. Mugdha, just after first meeting, what were your feelings? Or did you feel now, okay, this is going to work, or still you were still in doubt?
Because when Dr. Mugdha was explaining, so she gives us a lot of time explaining the entire theory, how it works. So we understood that, okay, she is making sense, one. And second is she was saying she was saying that this will happen. And many cases it had happened. So the way she was explaining to us, though we didn't have much understanding about LIT, but the way she was telling us and giving us all the facts, that made us a little more secured and positive that yes, this will work. So and apart from that, looking at the cost also, we were thinking, okay, it's not much compared to IVF. Let's try this at least.
So when you decided to undergo the treatment, what was your experience about the LIT treatment that you underwent at the center? Was it very difficult, or was it very extensive, or was it very painful? Or
I was nervous. Okay, I was told that there would be a cream. Okay, that will not make me feel a lot of pain. But I think the pain was not much. Okay, it is bearable. Even if I was taking those injections, you were very smart and you kept me engaged in your conversation, and you were like, okay, done. And then 6 more pending, you're saying done. And it happened. And then, it was just not even more than, I think it was just a 60 seconds, I think. 60 seconds of a treatment, 1 minute of a treatment. 1 minute of a treatment. I think 1 minute of a treatment and less amount of spend. I think it's better than IVF, of course.
It's
nice that. Sorry. Yes.
Cost was less. Almost no pain. Time was also less. I think hardly 5-10 minutes we were there, and the treatment was done.
It's nice that you felt it was easy. And because we must say that the protocol that we use, which is our own patented protocol, makes that allows us to do this process only once.
Okay.
Otherwise, abroad there are centers where it is done 3 twice, 4 times, or 6 times also, and then pregnancy is planned. But because of this one-time process, it becomes very convenient for not only for patient but for us also, and it saves a lot of precious time. And immediately after that, patients can plan pregnancy, which you must have done, I think, under care of Dr. Mugdha.
Yes. That's what I want to. After the LIT, how did you plan your pregnancy? Because we tell you to wait for 4 to 6 weeks to plan the pregnancy. And how did you plan the pregnancy afterwards?
Actually, we didn't plan only. We were like, okay, let's leave it on God. Okay, let's see what happens. We were not even thinking about it. And so we did not plan.
That's nice.
Just like in our normal routine only, because we don't want to keep any hope to ourselves. Because since last 3 years we were having disappointment. So we were not keeping any hope. We say, let's see
if it works.
4 to 6 weeks.
So and I think you were gifted with twins.
Yes.
So yes, the pregnancy in pregnancy you were gifted with twins.
Yes.
So how was your pregnancy, and what problems did you face during your pregnancy?
Before problem, doctor, let me start with first thing. When we come to know, right, when we come to know that we are having a baby, then I come to know that we are having a babies too. And both more sort of shocked, happier. and speechless and don't know what to think, because we were just hoping that at least we should have one baby. And here, after doing LIT, and within 1.5 months, we are getting a news of twins. We were out of this world. We were very much happy. So the problems, I would say, were very less or not at all, because we know you both are a risk mitigator. So we never allow any problem to come to us. There were many problems, I know. But you, especially Dr. Mugdha, was always way ahead of this thing. She used to tell us in advance only that this problem may arise, you start taking this medicine or this thing. So throughout the pregnancy, we didn't face any problem in one time. Rest, she will say.
So, so when I am into so much of analysis. So when I got to know it is twins, so I was like, oh my God, now it is going to be 28 weeks or 32 weeks delivery. Okay, if everything works out. Okay, but nowhere we thought that it is going to be a full term. Okay, then I kept on asking Dr. Mugdha, her assistants also, that how it is possible. So they were very casual. No, at our center it's very 1% or 2% that the baby will be not happening full term. So I didn't believe much. Okay, and I was like, okay, no, but still we have to take care of the entire thing. So I started taking care of my meal properly, all all the medications as Dr. Mugdha guided me throughout my pregnancy. I was taking. There was not at all a single gap of any medicine, any of the injections. Okay, and she was telling me that if you will miss this, you will have X problem. If you will miss this, you will have Y problem. And during pregnancy, you again become a home of a lot of diseases. So better you take all these medicines, and this will go away slowly. When the baby will come out, your health will be absolutely fine. Lot of hormone changes are happening. So your body needs some hormones as well. So these medications are very, very important. So when she was telling me, Preeti, if you will not do this, this will happen. Then I understood that, okay, whatever she's saying, that makes sense. So let's take medications as she has guided. The entire pregnancy, fortunately, I was so blessed that I was not having any vomiting, no constipation. I was eating well. Only during the 7th or 8th month, around that time, my hemoglobin was very, very low, and then Dr. Mugdha was very worried because it is twins, and even my hemoglobin was less than 9 or 8. So then he said, because twins, so it is really, really, really less. So then we have to again, add up few more multivitamins, and then don't worry, it happens, but it will be fine. And what I liked was with Dr. Mugdha that she was ensuring that the preterm delivery she will not do. Okay, for that, whatever report she has, okay, she was doing it same report. She's taking on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. When Thursday, my husband had taken the blood and gone to the one specialist. Okay, and when that doctor confirmed, then she said, okay, come on Friday. So what I'm trying to say is that she is like, if the baby is even one day in the tummy, okay, one day in the tummy, she will be, more secured. Instead, the baby will be more secured compared to, we keep the baby out in the NICU. So touch wood, our babies were full term born. There was no need of NICU throughout the pregnancy. It was very, very easy. And from my office also, my leaders were very, very helpful, taking care of my mental health as well.
One more thing I would like to add. Our sonography specialist over here, our local doctor, when they come to know about the twins, they told us that delivery will happen about 28 to 32 weeks. They were saying 33 are very doubtful, because in rare cases, it hardly crosses to 33 weeks. But again, I would say Dr. Mugdha, again, she said, don't worry, we will cross full term. So we were having full hope now in her. So we were having confidence. When we reached 28 week, we were a little bit worried from our end also. But Dr. Mugdha had given us confidence and supported us on every level. Even if we are calling her in day or night, she was every time available. 28 till 32, we were still stressed, relaxed. At the same time, we were relaxed also. And then we started crossing 33, 34, 35. And after that, we had full term. And when we informed this to our local doctor and
friends around,
and even sonography, they were also shocked to hear that we had full term baby. And this is because both of you, all because of your experience, that we were able to achieve this thing. Otherwise, if we have visited some local doctor or less experienced doctor, or since past 3 years doctors, if we have been with them, I doubt we would have achieved
this
twins
much.
also, or if we would have achieved twins, we would have crossed 28 week. We won't have been able to cross 28 week then. So all because of you, both of you, that we were able to have twins and no stress in pregnancy and got full-term baby.
And after delivery also, the things were very smooth. Very smooth, yes.
Very supportive team you have in your hospital.
Yeah, that's very nice of you all. And I would also like to add one more thing, that you both were extremely diligent in following every treatment. Whether it was one tablet, I remember Preeti had to take certain injections for a very long time. Every time she used to tell me, this part has become so hard. What do I do now? What do I do then? Whereas to explain to the two of you, and I would also say Sanjeev was extremely supportive. When I used to tell her, I know we need to keep encouraging her to continue this. So he used to also make his best effort to continue to encourage her. And when I used to explain to them, that was the best thing to both of you, you all immediately agreed that, yeah, we can understand that this could happen if we do this. So it came from your side also. The cooperation which came from your side is extremely commendable. Because sometimes, as you say, Preeti, go on bed rest till the stitch is taken. Now is the time a little difficult, take a little risk. So go on this diet, eat this. So extremely cooperative in whatever I said. And I think because of COVID, Preeti, we had done a complete telephone consultation where you used to go to the sonologist. Even I think your tetanus injections you used to take there. Weight, blood pressure, you used to have a nurse coming and giving you the injections and taking your weight and blood pressure. So in spite of COVID, I think everything went off well because of also your cooperation in the whole this.
Yeah, it is actually, it's a really good thing for us when we get such patients who follow all the advice, who are very cooperative, and that really reduces our stress also. So because we are equally invested with the patient and their patient's future. And if things don't go right because something is not being followed, then it becomes more worrisome, or we feel really bad about it. But I think you never gave that chance. And that's what I think you are in this nice state now with, I think, twins. I think, how old are they now?
Next week they will be 4 months.
Oh, 4 months.
That's fantastic.
So I think it must be nice to see them growing, and I think they'll be keeping you absolutely busy, both of you.
24 hours job right now.
It's a 24-hour job.
So one more thing we would like to know from both of you, especially Preeti, that you have undergone this LIT treatment. So what was your experience, in the sense, any side effects or anything which you felt after the treatment or during pregnancy related to the LIT treatment? Did you find any problem?
Nothing. I didn't even realize that something was done. And just on a funny part, I would like to add, I was telling Dr. Mugdha, you both of you are the priest to us. You have done our medical marriage. So his blood is running in my blood, my body.
No, yes, I think you are for us a success story. We always say that after going through so much and LIT benefiting in your case, though Madam had told you beforehand that you are going to succeed, but yes, you made it happen. So that is really great, and we of course congratulate you for that. One more thing we would like to know from you now that you have undergone a lot of treatment with your problem of miscarriage. Also, there are patients who have difficulty in conceiving or they undergo different treatments, IVF and whatever. So, what do you think about these different modalities of treatment? And because you have gone through some of it, so what is your feeling about it? Or you must be having some friends who have other problems and what they face during treatment. Can you share some like your experience about it and what you think about it?
So it is. I would say that it is depends upon money versus result. Okay, so if we are spending big amount of money, so that somewhere we say that okay, if we are spending that much of money, we should get the result. But even spending that much of money, if we will not get the result in IVF, then what is the use of doing it? Okay, and again, IVF, it's a good treatment, of course, but it again works on luck. Okay, everything is somewhere like that. But if we look at the cost wise, IVF is very, very expensive. Okay, and once the conception happens, then again you have to undergo a lot of treatment to sustain the baby. But with LIT, the cost is very, very less, very, very less. If I would say if IVF is, let's say, 60%, then LIT would be just 2%. That much of difference. Okay, so cost wise and treatment wise as well. Under IVF, the person has to undergo a lot of injection procedures. Okay, and then for LIT, it is, as I said, it is just a 60 seconds of a job, and then you are done. So I think that anybody who's, I'm not saying that IVF is not good at all, but before going to IVF, I would recommend that get your reports done and look at that. Maybe this LIT could be a reason for miscarriage. Think of taking the treatment for LIT first before going to IVF.
And about miscarriages, like patients like you, what do you think? Means how good it is to think about. We have gone through different modalities. So, what would you like to say about that?
Because you thought of not doing IVF and you thought of first doing LIT, and if it doesn't work, we'll see. So, what do you think about it? Like, what was your, like, as you said?
First of all, doctor, I think there is a lack of knowledge to everyone, including me also before this, that there is some treatment like LIT which will benefit to people like us who have multiple failures. So I would request everyone, whoever is watching this show, the people who will be watching this show, who are planning to go for IVF or other treatment, I would request them, please try LIT first, because it is very cost effective. It is very cost effective and less pain, and you have to go with very less treatment compared to other this IVF and other treatments. So try this. Give your 2-3 months time in this thing, and after that you go for IVF if you have any problem in this. But in our case, we were blessed to have you, because of you we were able to achieve this thing, because since past 3 years we were having so much multiple failures and we have no hope in this thing, and you came to us as a god, I would say, because you have shown us the proper path in which we can go, because we want wrong direction all the time, and most of the doctors were also going in that direction only, because nobody knows about the LIT treatment.
Yes, 80% of the doctor, I have never heard, even in my surroundings also, nobody has heard about what is LIT. Okay, and if we talk about it, they will say, okay, we don't know, we never experienced, but now
they only know about the IVF thing.
Yes.
If you are having multiple failures, go for IVF.
But IVF will also not be successful in case if there is you have antibody. So doctor, you may correct me. I will just try to explain in a layman terms. Okay. So this particular treatment is like a blood therapy, of course, but it is like a IP whitelisting. IP whitelisting means your computer knows my computer and my computer knows your computer. Okay. Not have anything else coming into, right?
Yeah.
So if the problem is, so ideally this particular problem is that the body has antibodies because of which it is not letting the conception happen. So even if we undergo IVF and do lot many treatment, okay, and then also it is failing, then it will definitely not be successful because the root cause was actually not taken care. So if we do the LIT first and then we do the IVF, then the success rate will be little higher.
Okay, so I think
you were right.
what you have actually gone through the crux of the problem. So yes, if there is underlying immunological problem, then whatever you may do, so you may conceive, but pregnancy may not continue, or altogether you may fail to conceive because if the effect is immediately after implantation, then even the IVF procedure may fail. So it is always, this LIT can always be a complementary thing to these other modalities of treatment. It's not that it may not replace. There are patients who will always require IVF to conceive because if their tubes are damaged. So IVF is required. But after doing IVF, after succeeding with IVF also, if they miscarry, then what? Then the option remains is of surrogacy. Now with changing scenario, you also must be aware, or we would like to let you know also that there are new surrogacy laws and IVF laws have come, and surrogacy has become more stringent, or I would say more difficult, because now only commercial surrogacy is not being allowed. Only altruistic, means only a blood relation can be a surrogate. So which is going to be extremely difficult. And if in such cases, if there is an additional problem related to the immunology, reproductive immunology related problem, then if correcting those problems will avoid those patients from undergoing surrogacy. So this way it will be a win-win for everyone. So patients are benefited and the sufferings are reduced. Doctors get the success after IVF because they are also worried that their patients are not succeeding. So yes, let us hope that your success story gives hope to many more, and they do well in their life. So I think, where are the babies?
Where are the babies? Where is the proof of the success of LIT treatment?
Anyway, we must be sleeping, I think.
I just need to add one more thing to everyone who will be watching this thing, that Dr. Mugdha and Dr. Mohan are specialists, and please feel free to visit them anytime. A very good person. Before doctor, they are a very good person, and I would say they are a god. Because of you only, we were able to have babies in our hand. Otherwise, I doubt we would have achieved. We would have got these babies. And even just few minutes back, what you said, that even if we would have gone for IVF, then again we would have we would have come for FAT treatment, because our root cause was different because of blood therapy. So I would request everyone, before going to IVF or any other treatment, if you have multiple failures, please try LIT. It won't cost you much and it will benefit you.
And what I want to add is, there is no way that the problem is not identified. If the problem is identified, there will be a solution. The only problem with us is that many people don't know about LIT. They go in a different direction. We don't, and we just follow that direction. But if this direction is not working, we have to change our approach, right? And when we change our approach, again, if your is working, not working, not working. Again, changed. Luckily, one of the good doctors, she advised us to meet Dr. Mugdha for LIT treatment, and we did that. We tried that. Okay, this is not working. Let's try this. This is not working. Let's try this. So when we started doing that, I think that's how we got the solution. And just I would like to summarize, and I would like to tell to all the audience who is watching this show, because I was the one.
I think that's what we want to hear from you. That our audience is now who are watching are doctors, who are IVF experts, who are patients, their relatives. So they always look for what is the take-home message from the whatever we are watching or whatever we are listening to, say from Preeti and Sanjeev. So what will be the take-home message that you will tell them? I think you were about to say that, so I think we will like to hear from you.
Sure. So, sir, so our message is, doctor, not only to married couples, okay? This message is for everybody, okay, who is not yet married, okay? If you, I'll divide into two parts. One is unmarried and one is married. So for unmarried, there are a lot many things the person has to do: career, education, okay, and they have to spend a little more time at work, okay, and after that they want to plan the family, marriage, and stuff like that, okay. So during that time, they will not think about family planning at all. So, but your age is in a speed. So what you should do is freeze your eggs, okay? Freeze your eggs, keep it ready, and whenever you are ready to plan for marriage, and then that time you can take advantage of this IVF treatment and LIT treatment, okay? But please at least freeze your eggs, okay? For married couples, I would say again the same thing should happen, okay? But for married couples, I would say that if one thing is not working, please try another. If that is not working, please try another. And definitely, if there is a cause, and if the good doctors you have found, they will absolutely be able to tell you that, okay, what exactly is the cause, and then the treatment will be given. So this is for both the audience that I would like to say. Apart from that, any pregnant women, okay, they should not lose the hope. If they are feeling, nervous about, okay, whether things will happen, not happen, we feel very sad. We feel demotivated. We feel, depressed. Okay, things are not working, and automatically it happens that the entire when you have multiple failures, you are not at all happy. You're not feeling happy. You are feeling sad, and friends around, family around, they will keep on asking, okay, marriage 5 years, 7 years, okay, so it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. So I would advise that women, it will happen when it has to happen, okay, but your approach should always be there. I will go and get it. I will do all the treatment, even if it is so painful to forget about it, I'll do it. So I think if we do like that, if we have that mindset and approach, I think God is very divine, and the God will fulfill.
We would now like to really see the babies.
Sure, doctor.
Yeah.
So 2 people have to go.
Yes.
Okay. So meanwhile, you can see our first baby.
Oh.
Okay.
This is Mihika.
Mihika.
Oh, hi. And where is Mahi?
Madin Singh.
Yes, Madin Singh.
Oh,
Mahi. Wow, that's great. That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I think it's really nice to see both of them.
yeah.
वहाँ से edit अच्छा हो जाएगा 1 मिनट. हाँ जी.
Oh.
Great. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And it's really, you have taken efforts, you have taken pains to go through all the medicines. I think Madam must have given you a lot of medicines post LIT also, and all those injections and all you have taken. And the proof of the success of LIT and other medicines is here.
I would say thank you to both of you also. Thank you for tolerating us for all our
Questions.
So many questions we have asked.
Pleasure always.
Okay. So it was nice of you to come here in this show, share your experiences about your feelings and your advice to the aspiring couples. So that will really be useful to them. And great, nice to see the babies also.
Yeah, the proof of the LIT.
So wishing you and both of them a great future, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next time if you ask us. We would like to share your story if you want us to come again.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Planning for 2 more?
So we can plan for more also.
Great. I think so we have come to the end of this program, and thank you very much.
Thank you.